Hi, welcome to another thing you know. Buying a property is a dream of many, but not everyone can afford it. As the famous saying goes, house prices depend on three things: location, location, and location. And what better an area to own a land on the moon? It's spacious, quiet, and has tons of potential as an area. So I went ahead and bought 10 acres of land on the moon. And I'm not alone. There are tons of other people who have bought land on the moon, apparently including Tom Cruise as well. Don't believe me? Here is the certificate to prove my ownership. Now do like this video and subscribe to the channel to know the trick of how I managed to do this. Also, watch till the end to know how I got this certificate. Now you might be wondering, who did I bought this land from? After all, you buy a property from an owner. So in this case, who is the owner? Who owns the moon is an interesting question. Is it the US because they were first to land and hoisted their flag? Is it the people who claim they have pieces of land with similar certificates to this? Or is it Dennis Hope, the man who claims to be the owner of the moon and has been selling land on it since 1980? Not just moon, Dennis claims to sell land on Venus, Mars, and a bunch of other planets through his company Lunar Embassy. Interestingly, Dennis is not the only one. There are a bunch of websites who claim they have the right to sell land on the moon. To understand why and how it became so easy to sell and own the moon, let's jump back to the year 1967, the year in which more than 100 nations signed what is known as the Outer Space Treaty. This forms the basis of international space laws. According to this, the exploration of outer space shall only be carried out for the benefit of mankind. More importantly, no country can lay claim on any celestial bodies, including the moon. So technically, no one owns the moon and the space is open for exploration. However, in 1980, Dennis Hope wrote to the United Nations claiming to be the owner of the moon, explaining that the Outer Space Treaty does not allow a nation to be an owner of a body. However, it doesn't mention anything about an individual doing the same. The Union and the Russian government did not reply to him, so he copyrighted his work and established Lunar Embassy to sell land on the moon. Following this, many other players started doing the same. And now you can buy land from any of these companies, starting $18 an acre. So if you buy land from any of these companies on the moon, is it really yours? No matter how genuine the documentation looks, there is no legal validity of these certificates, and they are no more than just pieces of paper for you to show off. The treaty mentions non-appropriation of any asset on the moon, which simply means that hoisting a flag or building a structure does not make you the owner of that piece on the moon. Anyone buying a piece of moon is just showing off a fancy certificate with no legal validity. As for my certificate, well, it's fake. I just made it in PowerPoint. The moon belongs to no one, yet everyone. However, there is an ongoing space war around moon explorations for its minerals and other resources. Just like ownership of the moon itself, ownership of its resources is also open to interpretation, and there are discussions about a new space treaty as well. So do click that like button before you go. Thanks for watching.